Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 7th of September, 2025. So, the start of a brand new streaming week, a week where we're going to be continuing on and finishing up playthroughs that you guys have wanted, the hot new games, balanced with some ongoing stuff. Let's talk about how today went. So, today on the Level 1 podcast, I recapped my day off, how I spent it with my wife. I talked about Marvel Tokon, which is a new fighting game that had a beta over the weekend that incidentally I actually got into, except they didn't tell me until the beta had already started, so I couldn't plan to do it. And I had a day off to spend the day with my wife for her birthday, so there was no way I was going to play it. But I had watched other footage and I had talked about my thoughts about it. In addition, we talked about all the new games that are this week in the lineup and how I'm going to cover them, including that I'm now going to play Hollow Knight Silksong and more. It was a great chill podcast. I had a great time with it. I hope that you'll give it a look. It was a great way to start the week. Then we jumped into more Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater and major progress today. Started right with the Sorrow boss fight, even though I wouldn't really call it a boss fight. I got through many major parts of the game. In fact, all the sneaking and the Volgin parts of the game. Even got through all of the, what is it, Shadow God, Shadow Dog, whatever it's called, the tank, whatever it's called. Got through all of that. So basically, we got through everything except the end. We actually were getting right to the boss fight at the end of the game, and I was out of time. So I said, here's the deal. I know for a fact how these games are. This final boss fight will probably take me a few attempts to do. Then you know there's going to be at least a half an hour to 45 minutes of cutscenes. That's how Kojima is, right? So, since we want to give it a proper send-off and a proper ending, let's do this as a night stream. Let's not have me try to rush through it now. Let's do a night stream. So we will. Later this week, we will finish up Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater as a night stream where the first hour I'll play through it, we'll see the ending. And then the second hour, we'll just do like a chill Q&A session and hangout session. Okay? So that's coming later this week. How did we do support-wise? Once again, for the third stream in a row, we got good support, but fell just short of the goal. We were at like 126 or something like that at the end of the stream. And I'm like, listen, it's not my place to complain because that's good support. I am happy with that level of support. I am. But if we're not hitting goals ever, we're never going to make it to DSP Tries It. And remember, I've changed DSP Tries It. It's now going to be Taco Bell's Decades menu that comes out on Tuesday because you guys said you wanted new stuff. That's it. Instead of Katsu Burger, let's do the new Taco Bell stuff, right? So, it is what it is. We ended still at 44 goals out of 50. Tonight's late stream was Cronos, The New Dawn. Now, I'm happy to report there was some new gameplay elements introduced. There were big story developments introduced, like big-time story developments. New characters, lore, all kinds of fun stuff. Now you're kind of starting to understand what's actually going on in the plot of the game. Not entirely, but you definitely have a better understanding generally of what it seems like they're going for. But there's a lot of really cool mysteries left to it that are unanswered that are going to be, these things nagging at you through the whole game of what's really going on. There were some parts I really liked. I'll be honest, some parts are very difficult where they throw a ridiculous amount of enemies at you at once. So you either can tough it out and try to kill every single one, or you can try to rush through. Most of the time, I find myself trying to rush through. Reason being, sure, I could take my time trying to clear every room, but if I do, this playthrough is going to be like 25 hours long. Seriously, because of the trial and error nature of it. There were some places, like, there was no way to know how to do a puzzle unless you tried it like 4 times, but there's like 7 enemies coming after you. So you got to hurry. You got to do it fast. You got to learn the puzzle solution right away. So the thing is, I'm making progress. I am enjoying the game. Even though there's really tough, frustrating parts of Cronos, I really do like it. I think it's very good survival horror. Like, it really is a return back, harkening back to the old days of survival horror. It's just really difficult, and normal games aren't like that these days. Let's be honest, games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill 2 last year, these have been way more simplified and easier now. So to play one that's really tough, yeah, it's actually quite daunting and challenging, but I'm persevering through it. Now, end of the night, I'm not kidding you, we were at $123 of support, and I said, guys, again? This is now 4 streams where we're over 100, and we're like ready to hit the goal, and we're still not going to hit the goal. And then someone in chat said, well, didn't you get my tip? And I looked, like, that's a regular. And I looked, no, I didn't get it. So I went and had to check PayPal manually. They did send a tip, but PayPal never sent me the email. It had been sitting there for like 20 minutes. So I shouted out, and the good news is the dry streak is over. We did hit the goal tonight. We now are at 45 out of 50 goals hit. 5 goals to go for DSP tries at the Taco Bell Decades menu. So hopefully over the course of this week, we will hit 5 more goals. And by the end of the week, we'll be able to do the next episode of DSP Tries It. Okay? Cool. And for the record, we actually went a little over the goal, which kind of made up. And okay, so even though we didn't hit the goal earlier today, it still kind of was a very good streaming day for me. So thank you to anyone who showed up, engaged, or supported. I appreciate that. Enjoy the videos on demand. Tomorrow is Tuesday. On Tuesday, we will have a second level 1 podcast, so 2 in a row. Then it's going to be Suikoden HD. Continuing on, we're actually at a really good part of the game. We're heading into the second third of the game. In this third of the game, you get to start exploring new parts of the map, and you finally get to start recruiting for your army. Up to now, you really haven't been able to. Now you can start doing that. So I'm excited for that, and I hope that you guys will join me tomorrow. It should be a great stream of chill JRPG fun. Tomorrow night, now this is epic. You get what you ask for. After last Thursday night, starting tomorrow night, it is the premiere of Hollow Knight Silksong as a playthrough on DSPGaming. Come on by for 2+ hours of Metroidvania, super challenging fun. I hope that you'll join me. It should be a great time, and let's see how it goes. If Silksong does well, I very well may pull it to a daytime stream. Keep in mind, Metal Gear is now going to be over. This is going to free up more time on daytime streams. So maybe what I can do is put Silksong as a day stream, and then we can balance other games. Like maybe we can balance Silksong, Suikoden, and Cronos, but every once in a while put Cronos at night. We're going to keep doing Gears of War at night, and then we're going to have stuff like that. So we'll see. All I'm going to say is if you wanted Silksong, you've been asking for it, you're happy I played it on Thursday, please show up, engage, and support that stream tomorrow night. Let's make it happen. Show your support for Silksong, and we'll get it majorly in the schedule, all right? I tell you right now, if it's the opposite, oh, it's a Metroidvania, it sucks, I'm just going to be like, I told you so. Because I like it, I want to play it, but that doesn't mean it's going to translate. You know what I mean? Okay. So everyone, thank you. Great streaming day and a return to hitting the goals. Tomorrow we'll have another full, awesome, fun day. Have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.